Hello, hello, everyone. Feel free to use the chat on the right for the good old GMs. Oh, wait. Here's my camera too. GM. Good old emojis. We're probably going to have a smaller circle today just because a lot of people will be on vacation probably. Usually in Europe, at least, everyone takes vacation in July or August. So let's see. GM. How is everyone doing? How's the summer going? We're going to wait just a couple of minutes, then we can start. I see that we have Tutor from Boto as well here, GM. Summer, what summer? Oh, it's raining in London. That's classic. It's either it's raining or it's on fire in Europe. It's crazy what's happening. Holidays, what holidays? I mean, some people might take holidays. Me, no, but yeah. Hi, everyone who's still tuning in. We're going to start in a minute. No rain in my part of town. Interesting. Welcome, welcome. Is it really summer in London if you don't question the weather? Exactly. I would love to hop by London at one point. Hello, hello. All right, let me quickly put my screen up as well. 1 second. Can you guys see my screen? Does it work? It should work. Okay, I think we can start and then everyone else can join in as we go. So welcome everybody to our community call, the July edition, a very summary edition. We have a pretty nice agenda for today. So some of us were in Paris last week at ETHcc. So we're going to do a little recap. We're going to talk about some insights and some highlights what happened last week. And also show you some pictures. And then you may also have seen that we launched fully our subscriptions checkout widget toolkit for everyone. So Vijay is going to show you some cool demos there and show you how you can actually build your projects with it. So that's really exciting and really big launch for us. Then we also have two guest speakers here today. We have Breno and Tudor from Boto. So they're going to tell us a little bit more about what they're building at Boto and how they are using Superfluid in their project as well. So that's going to be really exciting to to understand. And then, as always, we have a Q&A in the end. So if you have any questions or any ideas you want to share with us, you're more than welcome to. And also feel free to use the chat on the right side for comments or any other questions you might have. We will address it as we go. Also, just to let you know that we still are looking for a developer relations engineer, and we are open for applications. So if you know anyone who is looking for a new challenge, for a new job, do let us know, and we're happy to talk with them and see if they would fit the position. Just wanted to share with you that. And yeah, then jumping right into the ETHcc part. So some of us from the Superfluid team, we were at the main conference, as well as attending multiple side events in Paris. It was a really busy week for everyone, and there was a lot going on. So we wanted to share some highlights. And this is us in Paris having some lunch together. Usually, since we are a remote team, conferences are one of the only ways how we can actually meet in person and get together and brainstorm and spend some time together as a team. So that was a really nice time for us. So we had some lunch and dinner together. And also our head of product took the stage at the main conference. Vijay was talking about product building for protocols and infrastructure projects. Which was really insightful, talking about what we need to focus on in order to succeed in the Web3 ecosystem. And his talk is also recorded and uploaded onto YouTube. So we will share the link in the chat as well if you wanna have a look. Yeah. And then, as I mentioned, we launched our subscription toolkit last week, right when we were in Paris. So we had a lot of conversations around this and also showcased our demos for a lot of teams and to a lot of other Web3 projects. So that was really exciting. And also in our last Wave Pool wave, we got a lot of great projects built with our widget already. So we're really excited for this launch, and we hope that all of you also have a look at the demos that Vijay will show you, and also maybe play around with the widget so we can get some good feedback, some insights from you, and can develop it further with our community. Then also we hosted a side event. Our event was called Web3 Infrastructure Bar. So we had a really nice venue rented out for the whole day. It was kind of like outside, inside cafe, where we hosted a few panels. We hosted a panel about account abstraction, one about DeFi security, and the other one about driving technical communities in Web3. And yeah, we had a lot of people come join us. And the whole event was also co-sponsored by Safe, Chainlink, CoinShift, and 1inch. So there was like a lot of mix of everyone's communities, partners, and friends. So it was a really vibrant event. And yeah, we had some really nice time. And we also gave out some cool merch. You can see on one of the pictures, one t-shirt had Fran's face on the back. That was one of our limited edition t-shirts that we gave out. So yeah, that was kind of a hit during the event. And then also during the weekend, there was ETH Paris Hackathon happening. Unfortunately, we did not sponsor this one as Superfluid, but Mike from our team, our co-founder, was there as a judge or as a mentor. And Fran was actually hacking. So guys, if you're here on the call, feel free to also jump in and share your experience maybe. Is Fran or Mike here? Fran, I see you in the audience. Do you want to say a few words?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you said it all. It was a great event, very busy. I know there's a few people here in the audience that were there and we didn't get to meet, like Javier. It was really, really busy. I mean, one thing I'll say is it didn't feel like a bear market at all. At least to me, there was a lot of excitement. There were a lot of people, a lot of interesting talks and conversations. All the events were full of people, and the hackathon also was very, very high quality. I was there the whole weekend talking to people about Superfluid, even though we weren't sponsoring. I was still representing, and I had a chance to judge as well. And out of the 20 projects that I judged, there were actually quite a few where Superfluid was quite relevant. So I'm actually catching up with some of the hackathon winners. And overall, it was a very, very interesting experience to be there, not as a sponsor, but just kind of participating and looking around. There's definitely a lot of narratives that are being pushed right now, which I don't necessarily agree with, but in general, there was a lot of excitement. So yeah, my takeaway is that it's definitely still a bear market. People are trying to spend less, but it's definitely a bull market for builders, and everybody there was very optimistic about what they were doing and what they were working towards, and the tooling required to achieve their vision seems closer than it ever has before. And I think that's something that for people like me who've been in the space for a long time, the infrastructure really has come a really long way, and even just the quality of wallets, the quality of some of the abstractions around wallets and stuff like that is just a world apart from where it used to be. And I think that means that in the next cycle, we will be able to provide users with much better experiences, both in the financial apps and non-financial apps. So I'm very excited to see where the next bull market, when the next bull market starts, because I think the applications are going to get significantly better in the coming months.
Cool. Were there any protocols at the hackathon that were really popular or were exceptionally frequently used in the projects?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, there were definitely a lot of chains which all offer the same thing, which is cheap transactions. I think there were about 6 different chains. There were a lot of protocols that people are quite familiar with, like Biconomy, UMA Finance. Funnily enough, there's ApeCoin was sponsoring as well. So, if you want to build something with ApeCoin, you can do that and win a prize. I don't know why anyone would build with ApeCoin, but you can. There were a dozen other sponsors. I didn't have a time to chat with everyone, but nothing out of the ordinary, nothing particularly new. But yeah, it was a cool hackathon.
Nice. Did you manage to build anything on your own as well, or you just were judging?
No, I didn't have time. I was gonna hack, but then judging seemed more important, so I went to sleep instead of hacking all night. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Oh, Mark, did you build with ApeCoin in ETH Waterloo? Like, what do you build with ApeCoin? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't actually know what you can build with it, but probably they want to do some brand awareness around it. Exit liquidity. Fun. All right. Vijay, do you want to say also a few comments, few highlights from your side from ETHcc week?
Yeah, totally happy to. I think a lot of us, I think Fran and Victoria already kind of covered a lot of this, but the feeling on the ground is very much a kind of unexpected amount of optimism towards what we're building, which is just really exciting energy to be immersed in for a brief stint of time before getting back to work. And I think there's a lot of conversations there as well, which kind of validate exactly what we're focused on here, which is that a lot of teams in Web3 want to be able to add this type of recurring revenue to their products, and I think we're well positioned to help them with that. So excited to kind of see it, subscriptions and Superfluid installed in a lot more places over the next few weeks and months.
Absolutely, it's exciting times in our ecosystem and community for sure. So yeah, and also we're really excited to see if anyone wants to build any projects or anything around subscriptions in our community. Do let us know, and we're happy to help out and hear what you have to say in regards to your feedback and what can we do better. So do let us know. Cool. I think that was it for ECC. If there's any comments for any other team members, feel free to put them in the chat. But otherwise, let me quickly check. Okay, we can move forward with Vijay and subscriptions.
Sounds good. Let me just pull this up. All right. Just wanted to give an update on where we are with subscriptions. I know you've all been following across our launch. Got a nice little video in here for you when I can. There you go. Thanks to our marketing team for putting this together. But yeah, essentially we've launched. We're out there now working with people to get subscriptions embedded into a lot more places. Hopefully, some of you have had a play around with the toolkit. Appreciate all of you have given your feedback so far. But really what we want to do is get this into as many places as possible between kind of Web3 services like RPCs and kind of infrastructure to kind of community gating. And so got a little teaser or something else that I've been taking a look at and played around with, and I think you'll all like it very much. But yeah, appreciate any of you who've gone and checked things out, whatever feedback you have, or especially if you're out there getting it installed into other places. Just want to show a quick demo, I guess, of just for those who aren't super familiar or sort of still thinking about how it might be used. Here's actually an app that we built that should actually show essentially the kind of the user journey of using a product like a B2B one. And so here I'm going to sign up for this growth plan. And you can see here it's giving me some Polygon Mumbai payment options as we set it up in our demo. But really, it's just a few clicks. The transaction, the wallet part of this, obviously being off screen, but you know, very few things to press, and in just a few moments, I'll be up and running, paying for the subscription. And this is the kind of experience we want to build for people. This kind of minimized flow, a few clicks as possible, maximize conversion for merchants, and really just get people paying subscriptions a lot more easily than in Web 2, because that is kind of what we're aiming at, right? Like to build a leap ahead of where those guys are. And so I put the link to that below. You can check that one out. I've got another one actually in here, which is relating to like donation platforms as well. I won't necessarily run you through it, but feel free to grab these links. I'll paste them in chat once I'm done as well. But yeah, I mean, the next thing I guess that I'm a little bit excited about, and I would love more of you to play around with and let us know how it goes, is there's actually a little bit of alpha in here, and we just put together a docs page to show you how easy it is to use this widget, no code, with guild.xyz, which many of you recognize as a tool for creating roles and stuff in Discords. You could basically use the Superfluid checkout builder, create a checkout, and then copy over all of those payment details to Guild using their custom contracts feature, and actually immediately add some sort of subscription tier to your Discord, whether it's, you know, hidden channels, whether it's a support channel if you're running a protocol or infrastructure team and you get a lot of, you know, inbound support requests in Discord, or literally anything else, you know, a community that needs a bit of sustainability. Maybe it's an NFT project looking for funding to sustain them for a bear market. I think this is actually such a great way to use the Superfluid subscription widget, and no technical skills required. Just check through that tutorial and see how you get on. Would love to hear more people play around with it. In general, though, I think the number one pitch I always make in these catch-ups is that I would love to get more of your feedback and requests. There are lots of great things that we can do with subscriptions. The more real stuff you can bring to us, the better we'll be able to make the product. And if you have any ideas of people who, you know, are looking into subscriptions, please make the introductions. We'll catch them up on what we've built and get Superfluid installed there. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vijay, for showing us the demos and the video. Actually, the demos have been really helpful for kind of showing people how the subscription checker will look like. So that's a really great way to showcase what can be built. And it will be streams. All the subscriptions will be real-time streams since it's still super fluid. So it's really cool to see it in action. So you have the links in the chat now as well. And I saw that there was a question around what is the best process to present a cool Superfluid integration to the community? Yeah, I mean, either you can do it during our community calls. We have this community call every month, once every month, or you can do it. You can just share it on Discord, or we can actually also just schedule a call with our team and then potentially book you into the other community call once you're ready. Because I feel like you're saying that you're still finishing the final demo. So yeah, you are most welcome to do that in the next call then. But let us know how it goes. Super curious to know what you're building. Any chance you're building with subscriptions? That will be cool. Alrighty. And also I see that, do we have, okay, Andy, you raised your hand. Wait, let me get you here. Hi, Andy. How's it going?
Hi, Victoria. How are you? Thank you so much for letting me speak. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so we're an aggregation layer for composable DAO tools, and obviously we're big fans of Superfluid and everything that you can do, from streaming payments to essentially contributors to all the way to actually getting people to pay for your services through it. So we're essentially kind of aggregating a lot of different cool tools such as Superfluid, as a snapshot, Guild XYZ, Hats protocol, Other Space. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with those tools. But yeah, we're finalizing essentially our integration of Superfluid, and it'll be super cool to kind of present it to the community at large and just get any feedback. That would be super helpful to us.
Amazing. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it in the next call when you're ready?
Next call will be fantastic because right now I'm going to be showing you essentially videos of some mockups that we've done. But I think it's way cooler if you can just see it working.
Awesome. Yeah, feel free to share anything you have. And then, also Yao in the chat, Soleil is our ecosystem lead. So she's happy to help you out with the integration and any questions you might have. And then once you have everything finalized, we're more than happy to have you back on and showing everyone what you guys are doing.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I'll drop a link and I'll message Soleil directly.
Awesome. Let's do that. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria.
No worries. Thanks for the links. And I also see that we have Barto in the audience. Barto, are you here? Do you want to briefly hop on and talk about what you have built with subscriptions? Because I remember you had a really cool project put together with subscriptions, and it would be cool to get a quick snapshot of that as well. All right. Can we get Barto? Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, great. Just recovering from Paris as well.
Yes, we all are.
Yeah,
Awesome.
nice. Well, yeah, I can show you what I built last month with Lens and Superfluid subscriptions. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's gonna work because I haven't touched it like in a couple of weeks. So let's try though.
Let's try.
Let me share my screen. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. it works.
Okay, can you see it now? Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what I built is a tool that allows you to subscribe to Lens profile by opening a stream to the token bound account linked to the Lens profile, right? So what's cool about it is that if you decide at some point to move your profile to a different wallet, the subscriptions will be still tied to the NFT to the NFT of the profile, right? This is gonna change a little bit. I have to revisit it because Lens introduced a few changes to how the profile works, and I think they actually implemented now 6551 by default and so on. But I'm not sure how it works. I will have to see what are the changes that they've introduced. But right now, the way it works is so if let me log in with my account here. Okay. So the way it works now is that it allows me to post new publications here in Lens and set who can view this post. These posts are encrypted with lead protocol. Okay, and I'm setting here that only the profiles that are subscribed to my account and are paying a minimum of 5 DAI per month will be able to see those posts and decrypt the content of those posts, right? So if we go to a different profile, let me log out and take another profile. We see here in this profile, for example, there's a few posts, and these ones, for example, are only available to the subscribers who are paying 5 DAI per month. And this one, for example, is only visible to those who are paying 20 DAI per month, right? So here you see that in this column here, you see the subscribers for this account. And you see that I'm currently subscribed to this account paying 5 DAI per month. So if I log in, I should be able to see those posts, this post and this post, for example, which are only available for those paying at least 5 DAI per month. So let me refresh here. Right, you see? So I can see, this, I can see this one as well, but I cannot see this one because this one is only available for the ones paying at least 20 DAI per month, right? So let me refresh here. So now what I can do is update my subscription here and add 15 DAI more per month. So if I update the subscription, I'm paying additional 15 DAI per month here. And I don't know if I have enough funds here in this account actually, but yeah, let's modify. It's pretty cool how can you like customize the widget with the profile picture, with the name of the profile and everything. I found that that was super easy. Okay, so it should be done. And now let's see if we refresh here. This usually takes a while because this is using the GraphQL query, so it usually takes a little bit to refresh. Still showing like 5 DAI per month from my account, but yeah, after a few seconds, usually it's updated, and then I should be able to see these posts as well, right? And all these subscriptions are not tied to the owner of the profile, but to the token bound account linked to the NFT representing this Lens profile, right? See. Yeah, this usually takes a little bit to refresh.
Takes a minute,
yeah.
But
Yeah,
really cool. And
that was really,
check out the widget can be customized without any code, so it's super easy to change it, add some colors,
Mhm.
logos.
Yeah, definitely. It was super easy to implement. Actually, even dark mode, you can pass the theme you want to use and so on. So yeah, that was pretty easy to use. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, so it's not updating, but yeah, it usually takes a minute or two.
Yeah. Are you building it further, or what's the plan?
Well, the thing now is let's change how the profiles work now completely. So now you have different types of accounts. So on one side you have your profile, and on the other side you have the handles of the profile, right? I don't know exactly how it works right now, but I think they're implementing 6551 under the hood as well. So that will change, that will change drastically, everything for this application as well. So I will need to go back and revisit what they've done and how those changes affect the application. But I think once I figure out and have a look at it, probably I'll continue, building this further.
Really cool. Are the changes coming from their V2? I know that Lens
Yeah,
launched like a V2.
those changes are part of the V2. Yeah.
Okay. Well, keep us posted and see how it goes. But it's really cool what you built.
Sure. Cool, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for showing us. Does anyone have any questions, any comments for Barto? Fran, any comments from your end? If Fran is still here.
No, I mean, it was a really cool hack, and it's cool to see that Barto is using the 6551, and then like 4 days later, Lens announced that they're like making it first party. So clearly building in the right direction there.
Cool. I'll see if anyone has any questions in the chat. Arif is saying it seems great. Tutor says, look at that fancy widget. Yes, the widget is really fancy. And you can customize it however you want. So you can make it with all the bells and whistles if you want. Fun. Alrighty. If there's no questions, then thank you so much, Barto, for jumping on here and showing us what you built.
You're welcome.
And then we can continue with our guest speakers for today, who is Tudor and Breno from Boto. Guys, feel free to step on the stage. Wait, let me make you a speaker. Okay, we have Breno. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And then do we have Tudor as well? Wait, let me get him on stage. Okay, I sent him an invitation. So if Tudor is here, okay, perfect.
Hello.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. So feel free to tell us. So feel free to tell us how's it going, what you guys are building at Boto, and what's happening with the Superfluid integration.
Sounds good. Let me share my screen. I think that's gonna be better if I do that.
Yes.
So just a little bit maybe about Boto. We are an automation, no-code automation platform focused on Web3. So similar to how you would use Zapier or IFTTT in Web2, but you can build more complex flows with us. Yeah, that's just in a nutshell. from the beginning, we knew we wanted to accept subscription payments. So we were looking for different solutions out there, and then when we came across Superfluid, was okay, yeah, finally we found something that works for SaaS. We were super impressed with the solution, so we decided to integrate for our subscriptions. But then we decided to go further with that, and we started building integrations for building blocks with Superfluid. So I'm going to show a little bit how we done that, and you can use now Boto to get updates on Superfluid flows. So this is kind of our website, how it works. You can use Boto to monitor multiple things from NFTs to DeFi to DAOs, mostly on Ethereum and EVM chains. For Superfluid right now, we are only on Polygon, and I set up a couple of bots here. This one is connected to a webhook, so if you want to use Superfluid, every time there is a new subscription or change on a subscription to your wallet, and you want to update your app, you can do that without having to code all the integration to monitor for the events. So just to show this example, this has been live since we've been on this call, so we've seen the different calls to the webhook site with the information of the flows. And yeah, so this is a little bit about Boto and how we are using Superfluid. So far we have this block, we have which you can use for multiple purposes. We use this also on Discord to get notified. So if you want to be notified every time someone subscribes to your memberships, and you can use that on Discord, Telegram, Twitter, create some FOMO. And yeah, so this is the first integration that we've done. And then now for us, what we're really excited about next, some future use cases, monitoring the balance of the users for default situations where they run out of money. So it's not an event on chain. So if you want to automate something around that, you're going to be able to do that with Boto without having to code. Auto top ups. So if the user is running out of money on their super token, and then update the user flow as well based on your application. So in our case, users will integrate when they do the approval flow. One of the reasons we ended up doing a custom flow, they're gonna also approve our platform, and then we're gonna be able to change their flow, upgrade, downgrade their flow according to whatever the user wants. And finally, Stripe as well. Since we started, a lot of our users use Web2 login, and we already accept Stripe payments. So for us, one of the things we really wanted to do is how can we kind of connect the two, Superfluid payments into Stripe, and then we can see that all in one place. So yeah, I think I spoke quite quickly, but I don't know if Tudor wants to add anything to this before I continue.
No, that sounds good. Just to add on the Stripe integration part, I know not everyone here is a fan of fiat, but we started with that because the lack of infrastructure like Superfluid. So now that
Exactly.
this is available, there are some elements of Stripe which are useful to have, all their reports and all that, and have the dashboard. So we want to sort of feed at least some data back into those dashboards, so we see a source of truth, a single source of truth. But the actual subscriptions and whatever people decide to pay with, be it stable coins or a gold or whatever, that will definitely be working with Superfluid.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. Like I said, we always knew we wanted to allow users to subscribe to premium tiers. We played around with using NFTs for that, but then Stripe seemed that the only really good solution, because at that time, because we didn't want, if you run out of money, we stop your bots, right? It's different than other types of platforms where you lose access to the platform, but here users don't come to our website very often. So having something like a credit card that can be charged continuously was fundamental. So Superfluid really solved that problem well for us. And
That
just
is
one more
really
thing sorry, I'm gonna share the link to this page here, maybe on the Discord chat. These are some of the recipes I created. Just if you want to start from somewhere to play around. But yeah, feel free to just use the canvas as well and create more things. You can add filters and other things to your flow.
Cool. I have a question. For what kind of a use or kind of automations are your users using Boto the most? Like, what are the main kind of like automations that are like super popular with your tool?
Yeah, 70% of our users are on the NFT space. So they use our bots to monitor NFT events. If I may show, we have a little showcase on our community server here. So people, if you see bots about sales of NFTs on Twitter and Discord, these are the kind of stuff that people can build with us without coding. But you can monitor also um, proposals, alerts on snapshots, on Snapshot, or you can do monitor price of cryptocurrency, gas, build gas trackers. It's quite a lot, and it's very interesting to see what users create. I'll show you a bot created by one of our users, which is sometimes it's very interesting to see how our users create, and we have creators that you can share your bots as recipes. And yeah, so let me just see if I can find. So yeah, this was created by one of our users, and this is our old canvas. But so monitoring listings on OpenSea, and then using the data from the OpenSea API, the user is doing smart contract call to get. We were talking about the ApeCoin to get pending rewards on ApeCoin, and then checking the NFT position. So this user is using that to spot opportunities where they can flip the NFT that the owner is selling without claiming the rewards, which is very typical. But then soon right now all our bots are notifications, but in the next couple of weeks we are launching on-chain actions, which would allow this user to automatically buy that NFT and resell it and claim the rewards. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff you can do.
Cool. And it's all no code, right? So it's super easy to set it up potentially. I mean, relatively easy.
Yeah, and it can get as complicated as what we've seen bots with 120 blocks in it. So these blocks, yeah. So
Oh,
so yeah,
wow.
some users go quite advanced with it.
Yeah. I'm now wondering, like, what could we set up in our community because it has Discord integration and everything. Maybe we can set something cool up as well.
Yeah, let me know. We can do a little brainstorm session if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we can subscribe with the stream to use your tool.
It's very interesting because we have things such as you can create kind of custom Discord commands on your server using us, and then if the user calls a certain, I mean, for users that have access to slash command, or you can read message on Discord, and depending on what they say, you can do actions, and those actions could be on-chain actions. So you could drop something, an airdrop, or that kind of stuff. So making it a little bit more gamify. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really cool. Is there a way to maybe when you do the slash command, can you add text to it, or how does that work?
Yeah, so right now, let me show you how we implemented this slash command. I have but that's the one of my sandbox running Superfluid flows here.
But I know we're only seeing your browser. If you
Oh.
focus on Discord, we're not seeing it.
Sorry guys, I was showing a few things before, so then let me redo this. Thank you, tutor. Good point. By the way, just here is where the showcase channels that I was trying to show before, and clear no one was seeing, in our Discord community, where you can see NFT bots and but yeah, going to to Fran's point. So here I set up this little sandbox where you can see a few comments, and basically the way these work, you set the name of the command, and then you can pass arguments to it. So if I pass ETH, I'm going to get the price of Ethereum back from the bot if my bot's still on, which hopefully is. But yeah, this is kind of how it works. And yeah, that's it. So it goes and fetch the price of Ethereum and go back. So I have different bots here to test. But yeah. And this is all no code. So the way to do that, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, so the way I built that one, for example, is after the Discord / command, you can use here the command argument that came from the slash, and that's it. And then of course, sending it back to Discord, you need to put another block here and then send it back. And then you decide what you want to do in the message, of course.
Nice. So you can actually do some really creative stuff.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's like from the beginning, we always thought like, okay, we can't be the 8 most creative people in the world. To allow other people to, tap into the other people's creativity. So we wanted to build like the building blocks so people can be creative and build stuff. And that's one of the main differences when you compare to the other no-code automation platforms like Zapier, because they're kind of you don't build to share with other people. This is more like a GitHub kind of for no-code automation in that sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, like right now, I think if we go to our Explorer, we have about 1,200 recipes, mostly created by our users.
All the
yeah.
bots are visible for everyone.
Not all. You have your own bots, but then you can create. So, for example, this user here, you're making me crazy. Has 530 bots and 4 recipes, and then 193 people are using these users' recipes. So
So bots themselves by default are private. If they want to share them as a sort of templates with the community, they create these recipes from the bots. They remove all the private data and all that, and maybe leave some fields pre-populated if they want to monitor, I don't know, big whales or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think this is one of our most prolific recipe creators. He has 50.
This guy is a beast.
And he's great in our Discord. He's always helping people. So
nice. He deserves some swag, some t-shirts or something.
that is true. By the way, we also remunerate our top creators. So like
nice.
similar to the Web2 model. Yeah.
We should steal some inspiration from the t-shirt with Fran. But I don't know, we'll send him a t-shirt with your face.
Yeah, that was a real hit. So
that was so embarrassing, honestly, but it was quite funny. I didn't know about it. Like they just made it, and I had to figure it out. It was it was quite funny.
It was really funny, and everyone loved it. So sorry, Fran.
Next time.
Exactly. I see also Mark commented in the chat, nice webhooks. We know that Mark loves webhooks. And he's also saying that it's way better than Zapier. Well done. So really cool. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for jumping on here and showing this. I actually wasn't that familiar with your tool, but I definitely will check it out. And also for our Discord and see if we can do some creative stuff around the community. And since I don't know how to code, so that's perfect that it's no code.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you for the opportunity, Victoria and Fran.
Yeah,
absolutely. And do we have any questions for anyone, for Boto guys, for us, or for other speakers? I think we can just open up any kind of Q&A session if anyone has any comments or any topics they want to discuss. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. I see that Soleil is also saying in the chat, cool, payments should adapt to all type of users, so Stripe plus Superfluid are great package. Yes, it is a good package, indeed. I see several people are typing, so let's see. Oh, we already have some Boto emojis going on here. Cool, these are so cute. Guys, if you're wondering about any kind of links that we discussed during our presentations, everything is posted here in the chat. So feel free to have a look at Boto's website, at our subscription, demos, and everything. Soleil is asking, is there any platform that you want to see using Superfluid subscriptions? Yes, that's a good question. So if there's any kind of Web3 platform that you use or know about that would really benefit from Superfluid subscriptions, which is super easy to integrate, so do let us know. We're happy to take that forward. Cool, I see Lone Onion is asking, so would the Superfluid Stripe bots allow users to pay via stream and have this reconcile on Stripe?
Yeah, that's a great question. There are several ways that we're looking to integrate. What you just described is the most likely and will be probably the first one that we're gonna do. So every time there is an event on Superfluid, you saw the first Superfluid block, right? Then you're gonna have another block for Stripe after, which will just update your Stripe records, so you can keep track of all your finances in one place. One thing they are very good at, all these dashboards with churn and everything. So you would get all that automatically.
Oh, very nice. Amazing, yeah, great. Does anyone want to jump on voice and ask anything? Arif is saying, no questions, but I wanted some guidance on Superfluid grants. I have sent a DM. Arif, feel free to also ask these questions in our community channels, like in general, for example. We have 3 grants. Actually, is Yao here? Maybe, Yao, you can say a few words about grants, just like an update. Are you here? Feel free to hop on stage.
Hey, yes, everybody. We now have 3 ecosystem grants are running already. One is for OP Optimum Builder grants. Second one is Push protocol. So if you're building anything connecting Superfluid and Push, you are eligible for applying for the grant. Recently, we have another grant which dedicated to Silo blockchain, and Climate Collective. So more, linked to financial inclusiveness and also carbon credits, environmental friendly aspects. We will have more ecosystem grants coming next quarter. When I was in ETHcc, I have really great conversations with different partnerships. So there will be 2 to 3 more coming in very soon in Q3. So stay tuned, everyone.
Ooh, some alpha over there. Nice, nice. Thank you, Yao, for the updates. I hope that answered your questions as well, Arif. And feel free to just reach out to us on Discord, and we're happy to send any links and show you some guidance as well. And I see there's some discussion going on around Boto. This means that anyone running Stripe who wants to integrate subscription streams has one less friction point. It's a no-brainer. Absolutely. Nice. And Arif is saying, I wanted some feedback on the Climate Collective grant. I have reached out to Fran. I think Yao is going to be the one, the right person to talk to, Arif. So have a chat with Soleil or Yao. Soleil on Discord. Exactly. So she is our grant master. She knows everything about grants. Awesome. Does anyone else have any? Oh, we have Donoso here. Hello. Javier, can you hear us? We can't hear you. Javier. There might be something wrong with your audio settings or mic settings. Okay, next time. Your AirPods didn't work. Okay, no worries. Next time. But happy to have you here, stopping by anyways. Thank you so much. Always good to see our community coming together.
Yeah, and I actually met Javier during ETHcc with his team together, and it was really a good meeting.
Cool. That's nice. How was ETHcc, Javier, for Gelato? What did you guys do? Probably super busy, as for everyone. What's next on horizon for Superfluid? Tudor is also asking. I was kidnapped doing meetings in one apartment. Oh my god. That sounds crazy. Tudor, what's next on the horizon? Definitely scaling subscriptions since we just launched it. So we definitely want to see more integrations and more adoption on that. Yeah, and like Vijay is saying in the chat as well, more super powered features for subscriptions. That's going to be our main focus moving forward at the moment. And Javier is saying they did 89 meetings. That's crazy. Okay, between 4 of them. 89 meetings is a lot of meetings. Yeah, subscriptions, referrals, subscription NFTs, new payment types. This is all going to be on our roadmap. I don't know if you want to, Fran, if you want to comment on it as well. What's on the horizon?
Yeah,
As
I think
Yao said.
you can expect us to double down on the kinds of features that make Superfluid subscriptions unique. So things that you can't really do with other systems, like Vijay mentioned, referrals built into the payment flow, subscription NFTs, new payment types. So for example, we'll have, the kind of streaming distributions coming very soon. So all sorts of different use cases. And there's also a few DeFi applications that we're exploring. So all in all, pretty hefty list of exciting stuff coming soon.
Absolutely. And also, like Soleil mentioned earlier, we do have some new ecosystem grants coming. So we definitely also foster our builder community and want to make sure that our ecosystem is well supported with mentorship, advice, and some funding as well. So yeah, lots of stuff coming up. And it's exciting times for us. So stick around. Thank you all for joining today. I see that we are close to the ending here. If anyone has any other questions, do put them in the chat or just put them on our Discord and we will address it later. But thank you so much for joining today, and also everyone who spoke on stage and presented their projects and what they're building. So yeah, that was really exciting to see. And yeah, we will catch you next time. Thank you all for coming over, and have a great evening, everyone. See ya. Absolutely. Breno, you're welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here. Thank you. Thank you.